It's Temple Tuesday. I'm Joey, and I'm here at the Community of Christ Temple Complex in Independence, Missouri. And today I am walking you through the Herald House warehouse, where not only do we sell all different types of t-shirts and water bottles and other types of trinkets, but it's where we house and distribute most of our printed materials and resources in Community of Christ. Now, this location is not actually in the temple, but Herald House does have a space in the temple in the bookstore, which is found in the museum. And that's actually connected right at the end of the tunnel, which leads from the temple to the auditorium. And if you walk underneath the ground to the auditorium, you end up in the basement where actually this warehouse is located. One of the things that people are pleasantly surprised to find is that Herald House Publishing for years has partnered with another company called CNAP who works on different materials to help persons who are struggling with addictions. And that can be different types of addictions. And I love that because it's really part of our mission in Community of Christ to be a people of peace, and thus responds to the need for personal peace in our lives and to provide resources for persons who are working with different types of issues that they might have for their own personal peace. Now, of course, next to that section, there's also the question of not only will we be a people of peace, but how will we pursue peace in the world? And there's this whole section on nonviolence. We've got engaging nonviolence right here. A really famous author on nonviolence, John Deere, several books that you can order from him. There's also Walter Wink's books, Jesus and Nonviolence, as well as Peace is the Way. And right across from this section on nonviolence are our temple school courses that cover all of the different priesthood offices, as well as the role of the disciple. There's resources also for introduction to Scripture and what it means to be a part of priesthood in Community of Christ. And of course, there's tons of resources here. And if you go to heraldhouse.org, you'll see a more complete list of the different things that you could purchase and have delivered to you from Herald House. I wanted to highlight just a couple of things that you might be interested in, though. One of the most recent things that has come out through Herald House is this commentary on Doctrine and Covenants. And in fact, it's a 2-volume work in which it goes through Doctrine and Covenants and helps people understand not only the history and the context, but also what was the meaning and what were we being called to as a people in Community of Christ as we continue to pursue peace and understand God's role in that pursuit of peace. Another resource that you may have or you may want to purchase is Community of Christ Sings, which is a wonderful, wonderful work of different songs and collections of hymns and music for Community of Christ. And then this great work of Community of Christ and Illustrated History, which is a really brief but really well-written synopsis of the history of Community of Christ. And if you want to go a little deeper into the history, there's a 3-volume work by Mark Shearer that has come out called The Journey of a People. So here's your challenge today. Go to www.heraldhouse.org and go through some of the different resources that you could purchase. And there's also several resources that are available for free that can be downloaded at that website. And we will see you next week.